Greetings, people of the world! Matthew back with you here in Novora Autism for the continuation of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV on Realm Reborn. It is year 2, day 72 for EDSS in the Realm Reborn. And last time, we were asked to come here to the cerulean processing plant here in northern Thailand in order to discover some explosive crates that were a potential threat to the area, and an indication that the Guardian soldiers over at Castor Meridianum may be launching an offensive. So, let's speak with Lieutenant Edelstein of the Immortal Flames to see if that is indeed going to go down. So let's take the challenge entitled On the Counteroffensive. Lieutenant Edelstein wishes to share a report with you concerning the Guardian's movements. We've been keeping a close eye on that Guardian garrison, and it would seem that the Imperials have finally begun to mobilize. And we knew it. According to the reconnaissance report that just came in, the squads seen leaving the castrum are too few in number to effectively take and hold all position. They will likely mount a swift assault and focus on the acquisition of resources. I have, of course, also shared the support of the Crystal Braves. They've decided to take the field to meet this assault head-on. Pray report to Lieutenant Alian and lend your much welcome strength to the counteroffensive. Well, looks like we know where we're going next. Is the lieutenant over on top of the building here, or is she down somewhere below? Okay, yeah, there's everyone. Yeah, sometimes it helps to get a bird's eye view. Alian?
Glad to have you with us, CD. As I'm sure Lieutenant Edelstein has explained, the Galleons have deployed a small force from Castor Meridianum.
Their main column assembles to the north near Dalamud's talons, but we've also spied several squads attempting to conceal themselves on the approach to the west. And here comes Captain Ilberd. They wish you to rush forth and commit to battle with the main column, leaving the detached force free to raid the plants and pillage supplies. Not much of a strategy, but these are desperate men.
Captain Ilberd!
Everyone flipping each other off. Greetings, Scion. I understand the commander bid you and your fellows come to lend a hand to the Braves. With such mighty heroes at his disposal, the force should have little trouble contending with all the Guardians might be throwing at them. But even you cannot be everywhere at once. The Third was getting restless holed up in Ordar, so I marched them out here to fill any holes in the plant's defenses and add their numbers to your counterattack.
The reinforcements are welcome. We've enough soldiers now to divide our own forces and safely engage the enemy far beyond all the walls.
Aye, it would be best to avoid staging a battle anywhere near this much ceruleum. Let's take this fight to the Guardians!
A wise course indeed. I shudder to think of the consequences should any of these storage tanks be exposed to fire. If there are no objections, the Scions shall join the Fourth and give battle to this main column.
Certainly sounds like a plan.
You're with the Third then, Warrior of Light. Your job will be to...
Oh, it's Ilberd's line. You're with the Third then, Warrior of Light. Your job will be to intercept these squads hiding out in the west and prevent them from reaching the processing plant. When you're ready to proceed, report to Lieutenant Uyuhase. His scouts should have a rough idea of where the Imperials have concealed themselves by now. And so away they go. Yeah, we're getting ready to unleash ourselves on those Guardian fools. Yeah, think you can actually beat the Warrior of Light this time? Well, you tried before and you failed in year 1. You've already tried again in year 2 and failed again, so what makes you think this is going to be any different? Alright, Uyuhase, how are ya?
A pleasure to be fighting at your side once more, Scion. Our operations invariably succeed when you're around, and victories are wont to pave the road to greater coin. Now, this detached force we've been sent to eliminate has split into smaller squads, the better to conceal themselves within the terrain hereabouts, I imagine. We'll need to split ourselves up as well to cover more ground, and make sure we root out all these would-be raiders. And seeing as you're of an army unto yourself, I've assigned you your own areas to scour and clean of enemy soldiers. Aye, this will be a simple search and destroy. We'll rendezvous back here when the task is done. Happy hunting, Scion!
And so away they go. So, the Imperial squad we have to defeat is actually hiding in this corner over here to the west. And so, let's go and give them a hello. Yeah, we see the purple ring of fear, and we all know what that means, right? An unsettled scholar. If he's unsettled, then why is he wearing the black and red of the Guardian Empire? And go. It seems like a bad omen. Something like that showing up. And Signifier is down. I want to get the... Alright, fine, we'll get the big guy first. Apparently they want us to go from little, then big, then back to little with the Hopomarcus. Take this, you vile fiend. You cannot defeat the Warrior of Light, ever! And so, that takes care of you. So now, defeat the next Imperial squad. Oh, can I not summon my Chocobo? Oh, well, because I'm not using the correct command. That's why I cannot summon my Chocobo. Yeah, when you know it. Can we get around this? No, it has to be from the other side. Which means we'll have to deal with a representative of the third cohort if we want to get to the enemies we want to fight. Alright. Why, you're not going to come over and pay me a visit? I'll even bring my Chocobo out just so you can say hello to him. Let's dance. Let's dance and make you suffer. Let's take your haste and slow you down. Then let's put the lance right through you. Alright, that's neutralized. And of course we're not going to be attacking the two Earth Sprites here. We're just going to breach this circle and invite a whole new set of Guardian soldiers to come in and fight us. Yeah, come on over. I won't hurt you much. I don't know who came up with that way of making a joke, like, I won't hurt you much. But it's just so funny to me. I just find it to be very hilarious. And the air, boom. And now for the Vanguard. Now for the Vanguard to get rid of this trio of foes who thought they could dare defeat the Warrior of Light, even though I am only that in title only, given that I have been stripped of the power by one Midgard Somir back on a couple of days ago. But I still have people who believe it, and so as long as they believe it, I will continue to believe it as well. They need a champion, and so I'm going to be that guy. Alright, Yu Hase.
You seem grim, Scion. I'll take that to mean that, between us, more than a few Guardians won't be making it back to the castrum. These Imperials, though, they certainly made us earn our pay. I would be a happy man if I never had to tussle with another one of those Badgetech horrors. It is time we bid this war-torn land farewell. I will contact the 4th and let Lieutenant Dalian know that the West is now clear. I would appreciate if you would do the same when you report to Lieutenant Edelstein.
That's a good idea. So, I'll see you three later. Now with that, back into the processing plant and see our good friend Lieutenant Edelstein, because I'm quite sure that he will be a happy man knowing that there are more than a few Guardian soldiers who can no longer fight, because they're all dead. Alright, dismount from Chocobo and speak with the Lieutenant. Lieutenant SS, what are the news of the Guardians? Well, as usual, we killed them off. Their raiding parties are no more then. Excellent. The Immorgina engineers were most relieved to hear that the plant is no longer in immediate danger. Thank you again for your assistance. And with that, we complete this challenge and move on to the next one the Lieutenant has, entitled An Uninvited Ascian. Lieutenant Edelstein appears concerned for Mumbreda's well-being, and if the title is any indication, we could be in trouble. You must be anxious for word of your fellows. Lieutenant Dalian has reported a sound victory over the main column and informs me that the Scions have already turned their attention to other duties. All but one, that is. The Rogan and lady with the large axe? it would appear she has chosen to remain at the site of the battle. Well, we know why. I know not what task keeps her from returning to civilization, but Northern Thailand is no place to wander alone, even for a capable soul such as her. I would certainly feel better about things if you could check in on her before you continue on your way. Alright, I believe we can accommodate you on that, Lieutenant. But yeah, if the title's any indication, an Ascian threat is imminent. So let's go outside the processing plant and try and find Moonbreda. Going to, while at the same time, avoid feral basilisks. And an airman. Oh great, we got an airman to deal with, really? Yeah, there's no question once we get into range, it's gonna come at us, so let's not even give it the luxury. We're not even gonna give it an opportunity to get in our way. Threat neutralized. Alright, let's speak with Moonbreda. Hey there, big girl.
I won't be a second.
Wait a minute.
The beast seemed peckish, so I gave it a taste of my axe.
Well, it's good to know that you can fight, too.
I know. As Urianger never tires of reminding me. An axe ill becometh the hand of a scholar. What can I say? I like axes. To hear my mother tell it, I came into this world holding one.
Well, I must say, that is quite an impressive axe that you are wielding there, Moonbreda.
And it's not as if it stopped me picking up a quill, is it? I often think of the man who introduced me to the joys of learning. He's one of the reasons I decided to come to Eorzea. Him and my excruciatingly stiff childhood friend.
Urianger.
Considering how unalike we are, it's a wonder we ever got on. The world's a strange old place, isn't it?
It is.
Aye, that ought to do it.
Satisfied with what you found? Well, let's go ahead and give that crystal that glow.
So far, so good. At these concentrations, it shouldn't matter too much if something goes awry. Just enough ether to make it interesting. Did you see that? The way the crystal glowed?
I did.
The siphon works, I'm happy to say. With a few refinements, it should satisfy our appetite for ether, which just leaves the small matter of forging our blade. I'm not sure how to go about it just yet, but I swear to find a way. I'll put a blade in your hands if it's the last thing I do.
Thank you for that, Moonbreda. Oh, yeah, something got Edie's attention.
A useful talent.
Yeah, that's that's a black bar with red text. Look familiar? We did mention an uninvited
Are
Ascian.
they onto us?
Well, I imagine they are.
By your brand, I see you are an Archon of Sharlayan, keeper of knowledge, seeker of truth, meddler.
I don't know what the hell's you're saying, but I don't much like your tone.
Of course not.
Your instincts serve you well. But come, be not unsettled on my account. That lovely brow was not made for frowns. But I waste my breath.
Yeah, you are. I'd rather just beat the crap out of you.
Let me direct my words to one who understands them. We meet at last, warrior of light. I am Nabriales. And you have long been a thorn in my side.
Of
I
course.
suffered the overweening presence of La Habrea that men might host the power of gods, only for you to undo my hard work.
Raiders, are you sure that's a good idea?
Bugger.
Yeah, he stopped you with a finger.
Do settle down. You must concede that I acted in self-defense. But what's this? I do not sense the blessing of light. Oh, dear. Could it be that frail Hydaelyn has forgotten her champion? This I did not foresee.
Yeah, he's on to us.
Shorn of light as you are no longer a threat. And better yet, the seal is broken.
What seal?
Now is the time to claim the staff.
Uh-oh.
With it in my grasp, I shall rise above them all and take my place at Lord Zodiac's right hand.
That does not sound
What
good.
did that bastard want with us?
It can be no good, I can assure you that.
Nobrialis, he calls himself. With charm like that, I'll bet he has maidens falling at his feet, unconscious. But
Time
this
for humor.
staff, you say just talking about it had the bastard grinning like a brat on his name day. Must be quite a staff.
Yeah, whatever stuff it is.
Oh, gods. He means Tupsimati, Master Louis Soir's staff.
Uh-oh.
Minfilia's in danger. We have to get back to the Rising Stones.
Yeah, that is not a good sign. If Minfilia's in danger, we better get back there post-haste. So, what we do next will not require my chocobo, so we're gonna send him away. And I will see you guys back at the Rising Stones in a moment. Yeah, we went right into a cutscene as we transitioned into the Rising Stones itself.
Master Louis Soir's staff is kept in the cellar, isn't it? Quickly now!
We better get a move on. Because if Minfilia is indeed in danger, as Mumbreda says she is. Yeah, the staff that was talked about so much, it's missing.
You two.
Yeah, it's because Minfilia is holding on to it. Yeah, we're back.
So, you were able to divine my intent. What now, warrior of light? Ah, but that name is no longer fitting. You have become decidedly dull, and quite incapable of barring my entry.
Not that the white-robed Ascian could
What
have
do
done
you mean?
much difference. He was able to get him without any issue, too.
Do not know. Then I suppose it is only right that I enlighten you. The blessing of light kept you and your fellow meddlers safe. It was that which prevented my
warp
kind
move.
from entering your domain. My kind, I say, though it had no power over the likes of Elidibus and La Habrea. Being
Yeah,
of
that's
this
true.
world, they could come and go as they please, while I could only look on. But I need look no longer. Now that the seal is gone, I mean to act. Unlike the others, I am not given to waiting. I shall take that staff and bring about the next rejoining.
Uh-oh.
Rejoining? Then it was your doing. The Isle of Val, the scholars, all of it.
Apparently so. And once again, warps to you. Hold on tight, Minfilia.
not harm her!
You couldn't hurt him before. Why would they think you're gonna do it again? Yeah, Mumbreda, you don't know your place against a guy like this.
Why must you insist on forcing my hand? Did you learn nothing from our last meeting? Ah, but I forget. My words fall upon deaf ears.
Yeah, it certainly left her
The
with quite a
staff
mark.
is but a broken relic, a memorial to the departed. What possible use could you have for it?
Yeah, that is a good question.
What use? You mean to say that all this time you kept the key, never knowing what it was you possessed? The staff Tupsimati, or rather the stone tablet it bears, is host to a great power. Together with the horn, it can be used to
What
draw
horn?
vast quantities of ether from its bearer's surroundings. How else do you think Louis Soir was able to invoke the power of the 12 without making them an offering of crystals? Summoning requires not only prayer, but a profusion of ether. Even a child knows that.
If I did not know before, you may be certain I do now.
Yeah,
But
of
above
course.
all, I know that we cannot allow this staff to fall into your hands. I will die before I let you take it.
Insufferable woman. I would happily end your miserable life here and now. Alas, Elidibus would never let me hear the end of it. Very well.
I'm sure he wouldn't.
If you will not part with the staff, I will take you too.
What? Yeah, what he's gonna do is cast Minfilia into that void and run right in after her. Yeah, like, follow me if you dare, but you know what happened to Membreda. Do you really want it to happen to yourself? But yeah, it's just gonna stand there mocking us.
After them! Quickly! Before the rift closes!
Yeah, we better get on it. We have a task to do, and so we'd better get to it. So now we have to pursue them into the Chrysalis. And this is another 8-person trial, a mandatory 8-person trial that we have to engage in. And so, I will set us up to go there, and we'll take Keeper of the Lake off. And this is under trials. Should be... here you are. Here's the Chrysalis. I'll meet you there in a moment. And so, we've arrived. Yeah, we're getting our game face on for this one. We're going full Azure Dragoon here. Because we know what's at stake. As we arrived in the Chrysalis. And there's Lady Minfilia being suspended up in the air. And yeah, the pain look on her face says it all. Don't worry, Lady Minfilia, I've come to rescue you. That is, if we can even lay a finger on Nabrales. Because he already did it first. He already laid a finger on Lady Minfilia. We cannot allow this. So it's time for us to throw down. Let's do it. And it's gonna be myself and 7 others, including 2 brother dragoons. I feel honored to be doing this fight, knowing that we have 3 dragoons that are gonna be doing this fight. So yeah, we're gonna be doing a lot of crazy stuff here because this fight against Nabrales has a lot of mechanics to it. Right, here we go. Yeah, he won't toy with us as La Habrea does, yeah. The fight between us and La Habrea as the final boss of Year 1 in the main story. And yeah, La Habrea can toy with me whenever. And especially since we haven't seen High nor hair of him since day 96 back on Year 1. And someone needs to be hitting the lead tank here, or else we could be in a bit of trouble. Alright, here we go. So yeah, for the first part, just keep pounding away initially on Nabrales, then he'll start introducing his little toys. He has a few of them. Let's be ready to... Okay, so now he's going to start getting ready to switch things up. And he's going to summon these orbs. What you want to do is alternate between blue and red. You have to take the damage here so that he doesn't get any of the orbs, because if he absorbs them, then he will get a lot of strength, and you become a lot more powerful. In addition to that, shadow sprites will appear on the field. Okay, touch a red orb. Alright, I'm good. Ooh, but it looks like most of us aren't. Absorbing too many orbs, and too many orbs are actually going into La Habrea himself. That could be a bit of a problem. I might not survive this. Oh, thank goodness someone put up a barrier, but it might not be enough. Yeah, mechanic works just the same as it does in World of Darkness when destroying the clouds. You have to destroy as many of them as possible. And then Nabrales will start going and warping around the field, so you have to go and say hello to him. So just get ready when that time comes and deal with it. Our tank's in a bit of danger, but I can hear the sound that says our last person that needed to be revived has been revived. But yeah, you don't want to absorb too many of the orbs. You want to make sure you spread it out as evenly as possible. Alright, you brought us now over on that side. Yeah, he'll just keep doing this throughout the fight. For the first part and for the last part, he'll just keep warping around the field of battle. So stay in your ground whenever he starts doing stuff like this. And when those orbs show up, run into them, but don't overdo it if you don't want to get yourself killed. And remember to alternate between red orbs and blue orbs. Alright. Ooh, almost found myself on the wrong end of that one. Yeah, one of the most common situations that can happen is that when the Nabrales warps and does that move, is that it can kill the healers because they're typically the ones that are targeted by that attack. So if you're playing this as a healer, more than anyone else, you need to be careful about where you are and what you're doing. Because that attack will more than likely kill you. Changing position again. Whoa! Going back on the Nabrales. Oh, I warped again. Yeah, he's getting antsy now with us. What you want to do, one of the most important things you want to do, is when you get towards a certain point, save your buffs. Because you're going to need them for the second part of the fight. Right. Now, double limit break, but we cannot use it. It's not a good idea to use... This is perhaps one of the few instances where using limit break is not a good idea. Because for the first part, you just want to take Nabrales down and wear him out as much as you can. Alright, he's gonna bring out the orbs again. Where are the orbs? Alright, here's a red orb. I can run into this one. Oh, I can't run into another one. But I may not have a choice here because, yeah, that's targeting me. It's focusing its attention on me. Oh. I went over to the... Ooh. Yeah, I can't go into an orb because, yeah, I'm not strong enough to take another hit. Yeah, we're in a bit of trouble here because we're just... None of us can really take an opportunity to absorb orbs. Well, we need to, at the very least, eliminate the shadow sprites, and somehow, most of us survived that. Oh, hi, Nabrales. I said, no, I don't want to pay a visit. You won't pay me a visit yet. Oh, we are in trouble. We are in trouble. Yeah, that didn't work out horrendously well, and no one's gonna save me. I'm dead. Which means I'm reduced to being a spectator. Yeah, all the tanks and all the heaters are still alive, but the DPS are all dead. Which means all we can do is just sit back and watch. Yeah, one healer trying to do their best to revive everyone. The other healer trying to do their best to keep the tanks healed. Alright, they got the Black Mage back up. But yeah, I'm on the far end of the field. No one is going to revive me. I'm just saying that out there right now. No one is going to save me. And because we got crippled so badly there, I am not going to get a revival right away. Oh, okay. Maybe I will. But yeah, we have to get it back together here. In the worst way. So back on the Brawlice, so he hasn't executed his second move yet. This is usually about the time when he should be using it. Okay, has not yet gone up. This one will hurt a bit. Ooh. Alright, now, here's his move. Here's his move. What we want to do, now that we've got out our 2 buffs, we need to jump into that portal. What now happens is that any buffs that you got are now lengthened. But, oh, it was a bad time to actually get nailed because, yeah, we're crippled beyond belief and I'm dead. So, yeah, that proved to be a waste. Yeah, a lot of us are dead. So now what's supposed to happen is that we're supposed to go after the ethereal tears. Yeah, we would if we could, but 2 of us are dead. Now what the tanks and healers are going to do is that they have to stay in those portals and allow themselves to be intentionally hit. The thing is, you only have so much time to destroy the ethereal tier that's over there, because what's coming up from right next to where Edie is standing is what is going to wipe out the party. They can see it's starting to come into view. Yeah, the ethereal tier is not going to get destroyed in time. We're all going to be dead, because the moment that hits the ground, that's a disqualification, and we start over. And it's now official. Yeah, because we had 2 DPS dead, we couldn't do anything about that. I was bleeding to death. There was nobody to save me. Here we go again. Let's hope we can get him this time. I don't know why the hero is giving advice when there's only been taking a beating out there. If we can't actually get it when we need to. Alright, he's gonna go to the center, which means we need to start running into orbs. Where are they? Well, one on the far end of the field. Alright, here's a red one for me to take. Oh, I have to take another red one because they're running away from it. Okay, blue orbs. Blue orbs. Oh, wow. People are dying again. Forced to take another blue. Oh, forced to die. Oh, yeah, that'll slow me down a lot. Oh, stay clear, stay clear. Yeah, no wonder we're getting nailed so bad. Oh, run, 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 run! Well, at least I didn't die. Black Mage died, though. Yeah, but now we have to get back on it. Back to task. Yeah, my greatest worry is that people are going to get themselves killed trying to do a necessary act. Because, yeah, that is a necessary act, and I am standing on the wrong side. I'm standing on the wrong side, and that's not good. Alright, staying clear of the AoE. And away we go again. Try and get the Broad Ice down as much as possible before the orbs come back into play, because we know we're going to lose a person or two doing that. Into the air and splat. All clear. Nice little jump there. And back to blood for blood. So let's keep pounding away on the Brawl Ice here. Well, so far it's already happened. Let's hope it doesn't happen again. We need to be on our feet for this. And switching over positions. Oh, it almost ran into me. Good thing the jump reloads every time he pops up. Okay. Try and burn the Broad Ice as much as we can. Nice little jump there. Jump. Thank you. Good job. Alright, we got past half health in the Broad Ice. Okay, he's gone back to the center, which means it's time to go orb hunting again. Time to go orb hunting again. Stay in the red. I was about to say, no one's got that red behind me. I'll take it. I'll sacrifice myself here. And then back to blue. Oh. Take it! Oh, we're doing a much better job of absorbing this time. Oh, okay. Alright. One Marcellus way to go. Okay. Yeah. Shockingly, we all survived this time! Wow. We dodged a bullet there. And splat. And we're taking hits aplenty. And that'll be a heal. Our Black Knight in trouble, but they stood. They're still standing somehow. Okay. Getting ourselves ready for when we have to transition over. Gonna be ready on the mark when that happens. Quake 3 again. Alright. Moves back over. Still using the same moves. Alright, so we're not going to use blood for blood again. At least not for a while anyway. Stand clear. Okay, yeah, he uses that blight move. Yeah, I think we're gonna hold back. Come on, you need to heal us from the blight, or else we're gonna die. Alright, we're fine. We're fine, which means now we start looking for the ethereal tier. Where's the tier? Has to be infused somewhere. Where is it? Yeah, because there's the healers and the tanks are going after that. Okay, tier. The tier. Alright. We're going to... Go. Oh, someone used it before I did. Okay, go ahead. Yeah, we need it done that way so we can burn it down. Yeah, this is Sifis Tower elements here, where we have to destroy something before it destroys us. Keep an eye on the back. Okay, it's coming into view now. Are we fast enough? Can we kill it quickly enough? We did! We got it! And now we're back over here. But we're not done yet. Now we have to finish off the Brawlers. Thankfully, none of us died. None of us died doing this incredibly insane challenge. If you think this is bad, believe me, the last trial that's available to you, it's gonna be worse. It is gonna be far worse. But now, nothing should stand between us and victory. We should be fine to get to the end of this. Because I don't think he brings back out the orbs again. But we're burning them down pretty good. Brawlers is almost out of it. Takes us nearly a half an hour to get to the end of this guy. But, at long last, victory is ours. And Mr. Nabrales is defeated. Escapes for now, and Minfilia is free. Yeah, we did it. Yeah. Victory is ours. Oh, that was rough. Yeah, let's take off my helmet because we've certainly been through a lot. Yeah, I think we're definitely going to give it to that healer because they were so helpful in trying to teach the tank. Yeah, I was worried there if we could actually pull it off because people kept dying when doing the necessary mechanics, but we can move on. And so now, back in the Rising Stones. Yeah, Minfilia is here, Bright is here.
Thank the 12.
And of course, so am I. Oh, Nabrales is not going down so easily. Yeah, I think this is where we would need to use that Blade of Ether we were talking about.
You may have bested me this day, but what of the next? What of all the days to come?
Yeah, he's gonna dispose of the corpse that was hosting his body.
Remember, light no longer holds sway here. I may return whensoever I wish, again and again and again. Eventually, you will falter, and the staff will be mine. Until next time, Scions.
Yeah. So now, yeah, like, take this. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. Is it time?
There will be no next time. This is the end.
Oh, did he escape though? Well, the white orsite is floating. Oh, is it gonna get sucked into the void there?
What trickery is this?
Oh, if only you knew.
No! Cannot! No!
I think we prevented Nabrales from escaping.
Use Tup Samati to gather ether. Quickly, before he breaks free!
Yeah, like, are you gonna expect me to use this? Like, I don't even know how it works.
Concentrate! Call to mind the time you struck down La Habrea with the Blade of Light.
Yeah, we're getting all that energy and we're gonna use it. And use it right on the White Aura site.
Why won't it work? Is it because we lack the blessing of light?
Oh, that's not a good sign if it's true.
So much ether. And it still isn't enough.
So now what do we do?
Fools! No mortal prison can contain me! I shall make you pay for your insolence!
Yeah, he's trying to get out. And I'm getting overwhelmed.
Please, Mother Heidelin, hearken to our plea. Lend us your divine light. Why can you not hear us? Do our words no longer reach you?
Blame Midgard Somir for that.
If only we had a bit more ether.
Well, we better think of something quick or else it's gonna be too late.
Moonbreeder, what are you doing?
Yeah, what is she doing?
Master Louis, I understand now. The choice you made. In death, there is life. Farewell, Urianger. You damned old coot.
Uh-oh. Like, yeah, what is she doing? Yeah, like, I'm straining as much as I can. But what can Moonbreeda do here?
Moonbreeder, no! You mustn't!
She gonna break the beam here? Well, that's not necessarily what she did.
No!
But
It cannot end! I am eternal! I am immortal!
and get out of here! Yeah, Moonbreeda plays sacrificial lamb to get the job
Moonbreeda.
done.
She's gone.
And that's all that's
You
left
did
of
it,
her.
my friend. The Ascian is dead.
Moonbreeda with a noble sacrifice in order to do what had to be done.
This device is a legacy of Moonbreeder's toils and sacrifice. I shall hold on to it for safekeeping.
Yeah, because we're gonna need it should any more Ascians of the lake
Are you all right?
come into the fray. Yeah, she's alright, but
Oh, we were surveying northern Thanalan when we received the distress call. We returned as swiftly as we were able.
It seems you have everything in hand, however.
no, that's not exactly true.
What happened here? Where is Moonbreeder?
Do you really want to know? We have some bad news for you.
She gave her life to temper the Blade of Light. I have no words.
Rather than await the inevitable, she took her fate into her own hands.
Does Urianger know?
I think he does now.
My friend, there is something I must tell you.
I heard all, my lady. The moon sinketh, taking her leave of the heavens, yet her passing heraldeth the coming of a new day. Moonbreeder hath fulfilled her destiny, hath she not? Long ago, far across the seas in the Charlayan motherland, Moonbreeder and I did study under the sage tutelage of Master Louisoix. Full oft did he impress upon us that knowledge existeth to serve the greater good. This sentiment, however, was contrary to the nation's policy of neutrality, which censured intercedence in the affairs of foreign lands.
Like Kerthus.
In spite of vehement opposition, he founded the Circle of Knowing, and journeyed hither to the heart of Eorzea. Through his noble sacrifice was the realm spared its doom. Yet this great soul, whom all should rightly have honored, was branded a pariah in his own land. His peers did accuse him of forsaking his duty as a man of learning, and of meddling in the course of history. When he left Charlayan behind, Master Louisoix gave no word to signal his intent to Moonbreeder. Close as they were, as master and disciple, she was deeply wounded by the sudden exclusion from his confidence.
What did she do?
Above all, however, she was confused. Try as she might, she could ill comprehend her master's motive. The slanders that were heaped upon him after his passing served only to inflame the turmoil within her. For years upon end, she knew not what to believe. Torn as she was twixt the man whom she revered, and the man who forsook her and his duty both.
The Louisoix I knew would never forsake his duty, much less one of his own.
This I know full well, my lady. 'Twas not for want of love that Master Louisoix hid his intent. He but desired that Moonbreeder discover her own path, free of the shadow of his influence. Long did I contemplate revealing the truth to her, and long did I hold my peace.
And now you
After
forever
all,
will.
Was it not Master Louisoix's wish that she come to the truth unaided? I told myself it was, and resolved to let her suffer. Knowingly did I deny my friend the comfort she craved. And now she hath gone to her rest, with doubt still in her heart. Speakest thou in earnest? Did Moonbreeder truly come to understand Master Louisoix's will before the end?
That seemed to be what she was hinting at.
The realization hath set her free. She may now find the peace which hath for so long eluded her. Oh, Moonbreeder, my dearest, how I shall miss thee.
So he did have feelings for her. Because he was denying it for quite some
Moonbreeder gave her
time.
life that we might possess the means to defeat the Ascians. Her sacrifice must not be in vain. Let us continue her work on the Blade of Ether and see it to completion.
My lady, I would mourn Moonbreeder in mine own way. I beg your permission to return to the Waking Sands.
Of course, my friend. Take all the time you require. We shall be here should you have need of us.
So I imagine he will. So now to complete the challenge we have to speak with Lady Minfilia. Yeah, a lot of hung heads over the circumstances that came about. Certainly there's going to be a lot of suffering and sorrow.
Never have I seen Urianger so utterly defeated. No one should be able to be made to suffer such grief. We shall gather in the Sharlayan Manor to celebrate Moonbraid's life and mourn her passing.
And so with that, we get the 2064 gil plus choice of materia. I will take a Savage Aim 4. So, now in order to complete the first part of the main story of patch 2.5, we have to speak with Lady Minfilia for the final challenge entitled In Memory of Moonbraida. Minfilia wishes to gather the Ascians and honor the fallen Moonbraida.
As Moonbraida was a native of Sharlayan, I feel it is only fitting that we gather before the Mark of the Scholar. Are you familiar with the stone? 'Tis the monument found at Wraithfrost and is sacred to Thaliak, guardian deity of the City of Learning. There we shall pray for our dear friend's soul and bid her a peaceful return to the light of the Mother Crystal.
So, yeah, I will make my way there. Yeah, this is another video that's going to take a little longer than expected, but of course we're here to complete the first part of the storyline for patch 2.5, because it was introduced in two parts. The first one was introduced, I believe it was in January, the other one was introduced last month. So yeah, this first part actually of patch 2.5 didn't take us all that long. It's only going to take us about 5 days to see it to its conclusion. Alright, let's mount my chocobo and make our way west. So yeah, we've actually been to this particular area before. This particular area is actually the last one you have to go to when you take the Ceremony of Eternal Bonding. When you have to go and visit the signs of all of the 12 in the game, Thaliak is the last one you visit, and it's here in Mordona, out near Castum Sentry, down to the west. So we're gonna follow Feronia Steel. Yeah, that's only a mouthful. I like to keep my names more simple. Yeah, it looks like she got licked. Such bad taste and such bad timing. But it is a joke that pretty much wrote itself. Okay, I believe we are making our way over here. And give chase if you want there, Marlboro, but it'll not avail you. No, this is not it. Took a wrong turn somewhere. I think I want to go over that way. Yeah, we'll find this thing, don't worry, we will. Okay, yeah, it's over right around here, I do believe. Yep. Now I see the passage. Yeah, the Tangle, it doesn't get its name by accident. It gets its name for a very valid reason, so making our way through past the Daring Harriers and their friends. Yeah, these are all Dravanians, in case you were wondering. Because we certainly run into quite a few of them over at Stone Vigil on hard mode, as well as Snowcloak. So I'm going to try and run as fast as I can in order to get the pursuit to be broken off. Okay, he gives up. So yeah, here it is. Mark of the Scholar Thaliak. And as the sun sets on Mordona and on someone's life. Given a noble sacrifice. And so now we're about to be accompanied by the other Scions. Hey there, everyone. And even some flowers given in tribute too.
Forgive me, Moonbreeder. Had I been quicker or wiser, but I was not, and you paid the price. But you would not suffer us to wallow in our sorrow, would you? You would tell us to pick ourselves up and get on with it. And so we shall. We shall defend this realm and her people to the last.
Oh, Midgard Somia returns. No doubt to give us a hard time.
Death, a fair exchange. Other bargains will be struck.
Yeah. Midgard Somia is just gonna give us a hard time, isn't he? He's really gonna make us feel bad about what we're doing. So our memorial service is done here. So this now ends back over at Revenant's Toll, where we will speak with Minfilia to complete the first half of the main story for patch 2.5. And perhaps the music for Revenant's Toll itself at night, perhaps also fitting for what we've just had to go through. So let's make our way back to the Rising Stones, and make our way back to Lady Minfilia. Because we know we've certainly been through a lot on this day, and so everything that happened, it certainly was a lot to take in, a lot to deal with. But we're gonna have to move on, as Minfilia said, so let's speak with her to complete this challenge.
Though we have said our farewells, the pall of sadness has diminished but little. Forgive me, as antecedent it is my job to be the pillar of strength for all others to lean upon.
I thought that was my job.
Yet I also believe the grief we feel now is precious in its own way, and not to be lightly swept aside. Do you not agree, Edie?
And so, challenge is completed. And the main story for the first part of patch 2.5 is over. But we still have some cutscenes to look at first.
'Tis as if a dagger has been thrust into my breast.
Yeah, that's not what they meant to people with disgusting minds.
'Tis but a pain we must learn to bear if we are to forge ahead with our duty. The battles we have fought have taken the lives of so many. Louis Swall, Moonbreeder, our fellows at the Waking Sands. Their spirit and dedication to our cause, however, will never be lost as long as we rise to fight once more. I hardly need remind you of this, of course. 'Tis for my own benefit that I repeat these words, a reaffirmation of mine own chosen path. If I do not rebuild the foundation of my resolve, I am like to collapse in a fit of weeping. My apologies again, Edie. There is no other to whom I can display such weakness.
Well, you are human. We do allow you that.
You are my pillar of strength, and I fear I shall have need of your steadfast presence in the days to come.
A victory won, a comrade lost, to honor the fallen, the living forge ever on, towards the light of a new day. And so with that, we officially complete the first part of the main story of patch 2.5. But there is still the second half yet to complete. We'll come back here to speak with Lady Minfilia another day. But there is one last thing that we still have yet to do on the side. And so next time, we'll go ahead and take care of it. So with that, I'd like to thank everyone for watching the continuation of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn. And when I join you again, we will make our way back to Ul'dah to start on the 5th and final of the Hildebrand Mysteries. So until next time everyone, this is Matthew at Navora Autism, saying take care, and I'll see you soon.